Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. This week's WWE Raw had several things in store ahead of the upcoming Royal Rumble Premium live event. While the Stamford-based promotion featured multiple hard-hitting matches and intense promos on the Red brand, there were also some subtle moments fans may have missed. Sami Zayn had an intense time on this week's WWE Raw. Fans saw him cut a promo where he declared himself for the 2025 Royal Rumble match, and also had a tense confrontation with Kevin Owens. While this promo was notable, some fans may have missed that when Zayn was backstage before he was about to enter the ring, Maxine Dupri was seen talking with Natalya, while the latter was nonchalantly going through her phone. Interestingly, this may be Triple H's way of hinting that a new tag team may be on the horizon, while a partnership between Maxine and Natalya may come out of nowhere for a lot of people. They already have an established relationship behind the scenes that fans may not know. Although the Queen of Hearts hasn't been featured much on WWE Raw lately, she remains active for the company by training multiple superstars. While speaking to Comic.com at the SummerSlam press junket in 2023, Dupri named Natalya as one of her mentors and close friends in the business, alongside Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Nikki Cross, Emma, and Dana Brooke. With this in mind, it can be said that the Queen of Hearts saw potential in Dupri and wanted to personally guide her on matches from now on, monitor her performance and improvement. Maxine has served as a manager since moving to the main roster in 2022. She initially managed Maximum Male Models on SmackDown, followed by Alpha Academy on WWE Raw starting in 2023, although she has wrestled several times already in the past year. Being in the Alpha Academy may not help her further as an in-ring star. Branching out from the group and lining up with Natty may be her way to becoming a full-time in-ring star. Also, not having a manager can be advantageous to Alpha Academy, as they may be presented more seriously. Maxine Dupri has mainly been a babyface after her time with Maximum Male Models ended. The same goes for Natty, who has mainly played the role of a mentor on the roster. From the looks of it, both women could use some revamping with their characters. Maxine turning heel could make the crowd acknowledge her much more. Meanwhile, Natty had an interesting time as a heel in the past, despite majorly being a babyface. The world of professional wrestling is constantly evolving, with alliances and rivalries shifting rapidly, making it one of the most unpredictable forms of entertainment. On WWE Raw, the dynamics of tag teams have historically played a pivotal role in crafting memorable moments, driving storylines, and highlighting the depth of the roster. The creative minds behind the product, particularly Triple H, who now plays a significant role in WWE's creative direction, are always looking for ways to keep the audience engaged and surprised. As a former champion, seasoned veteran, and one of the most influential figures in the company, Triple H has the unique ability to subtly shift the tides of WWE programming. And at WWE Raw, an intriguing moment unfolded that could suggest the formation of a new tag team. With Triple H at the helm, orchestrating it all, this subtle act could be part of a larger story arc, potentially setting up a powerhouse team for the future or sowing the seeds for an unexpected alliance that could shake the foundations of WWE's tag team division. The art of subtlety in wrestling storytelling. Professional wrestling at its core is about storytelling. And storytelling in wrestling isn't always overt. Sometimes the most impactful moments are the ones that happen under the surface, waiting to be recognized later. Fans are often astute, picking up on the smallest of nuances, body language, brief interactions, or even the way certain wrestlers are positioned in a match. These elements often hint at potential future developments, including the formation of new factions, rivalries, or alliances. Triple H, with his wealth of experience, understands the importance of subtlety in storytelling. He has been a master of long-term narratives, often weaving intricate plots over several months or even years. Whether it was his initial feud with The Rock, his alliance with Shawn Michaels in D-Generation X, or his leadership in the formation of Evolution, Triple H knows how to plant the seeds for something big without immediately revealing the final product on WWE Raw. Triple H has often used his position as both a performer and a decision-maker to build storylines in a manner that feels organic and inevitable, yet completely surprising when they come to fruition. One such moment recently on Raw may have been the groundwork for a new tag team. The formation of a new tag team. At a glance, it might have seemed like another ordinary night of WWE Raw, but there were subtle moments that caught the eye of viewers. Two superstars who had previously been on separate paths, each in their own corners of the WWE universe, suddenly found themselves crossing paths in a way that suggested the possibility of a tag team partnership. The first hint of this was during a backstage segment. Triple H, known for his leadership role behind the scenes, was seen interacting with two of WWE's rising stars. One of them had recently been pushing the envelope, showcasing newfound aggression and determination. The other was a talented veteran whose in-ring style had evolved over the years, now looking for a fresh challenge. Both men had been without clear direction, with their respective careers seemingly stalled in mid-gear. Triple H, a mastermind of revamping careers, has a knack for identifying talent that can be elevated when paired with the right partner. His decision-making is based not just on the present, but on the potential to create something new that will engage the fans. In the backstage segment, he spoke briefly to both men, offering cryptic words of encouragement. The manner in which he positioned them near each other seemed to suggest an unspoken connection. This moment wasn't loud or flashy, but it certainly planted a seed that could grow into something substantial at the next opportunity on Raw. The two wrestlers found themselves reluctantly working together. They had been thrown into a match by management, who perhaps saw the pairing as a one-off or an experiment. However, the chemistry between them began to shine through as the match progressed. Their partnership wasn't smooth at first, with moments of miscommunication and frustration. However, as the match continued, they began to work together more effectively. The two wrestlers seemed to develop a rhythm, complementing each other's styles in a way that hinted at potential for something more. The fans responded to their teamwork, recognizing the possibility of a successful tag team alliance. Even if it hadn't been explicitly announced yet, as the match drew to a close, Triple H appeared at ringside, watching with a keen eye. His expression was one of quiet approval, though it was difficult to decipher whether he was simply a manager observing the action or a man who had already made up his mind about the future. What was clear, however, was that the outcome of the match, with the two men victorious, had been influenced by a subtle decision made earlier in the night. This would not be the first time that Triple H had played such a behind-the-scenes role in crafting a tag team. His previous work with The Shield, Evolution, and DX had all involved carefully planned alliances and partnerships. But this new pairing had a different dynamic, one that might not be immediately obvious to the casual viewer, but which could develop into something more meaningful over time. The subtle hints of future development. The key to any successful tag team in WWE is the depth of the relationship between the members. It's not enough for two wrestlers to simply team up and win matches. There has to be an emotional connection, a reason for them to work together that goes beyond simply getting the job done. In the case of this potential new team, there are a few subtle hints that suggest the two wrestlers may have been brought together for more than just a random pairing. 1. The shared history. Although the two men had never teamed before, they shared a history of rivalry and mutual respect. They had crossed paths in the past, in singles competition, and had experienced both victories and losses at each other's expense. This history of competitive friction could be the perfect foundation for a dynamic tag team partnership. Often, the best tag teams in WWE history have been made up of wrestlers who have a complicated relationship, such as the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, or even Shawn Michaels and Triple H and DX. The shared history between the two wrestlers gives their partnership an element of unpredictability. The tension that existed between them could turn into camaraderie, with their past animosity making their eventual alliance all the more compelling. 2. The styles of the wrestlers. The two men in question have contrasting wrestling styles, which makes them an interesting matchup as a tag team. One is a powerhouse, known for his brute strength and physical dominance. The other is a high flyer, with a quickness and agility that sets him apart from the majority of the roster. Together, their contrasting styles could be a perfect complement, allowing them to adapt to different types of opponents and create a tag team dynamic that is both entertaining and effective. Fans of WWE's tag team division have seen a shift toward teams that blend different styles in recent years. The Usos, for instance, combined power and high-flying techniques to become one of the best tag teams in WWE history. A similar pairing of styles could work wonders for this new team, as it would allow them to break out of traditional tag team molds and offer something fresh to the audience. 3. Triple H's influence. Triple H's presence at ringside during the match was perhaps the most telling sign that this pairing wasn't a fluke. While he could have simply been there as an observer, his involvement speaks volumes about the potential direction of the story. Triple H has always had an eye for talent and has never been afraid to take risks when it comes to creating new storylines and teams, whether he is directly involved in the storyline or simply acting as a facilitator. Triple H's influence will likely play a significant role in the development of this tag team. His role in the narrative could evolve from mentor to manager, or perhaps even to an authority figure who forces the duo to work together under specific circumstances. 4. The opposition. The team's first match ended with them picking up a decisive victory over established tag team contenders. The way their opponents were handled, and the way the new team fought back against adversity, suggested that they might be positioned to challenge for the tag team titles in the near future. This was no mere one-off contest. It was the beginning of something larger. The timing of their victory was also crucial. WWE's tag team division is in a state of flux, with many established teams either fractured or in need of fresh challenges. By placing these two wrestlers in the spotlight at the right time, Triple H could be setting them up as the future of the division, waiting for the right moment to pull the trigger on a championship pursuit. Conclusion: the future of WWE's tag team division. WWE's tag team division has often been a source of creative highs and lows. There have been periods of great depth, such as during the golden age of tag team wrestling in the 1980s and 1990s, as well as more recent times when tag teams like the New Day, the Usos, and the Street Profits have dominated the scene. However, there have also been dry spells, with teams often relegated to secondary storylines or thrown together in short-lived pairings. Triple H, with his eye for long-term storytelling and his deep understanding of the wrestling landscape, could be looking to revitalize the tag team division in WWE by planting the seeds for a new team. This could be the beginning of a larger storyline that will play out over several months or even years, with the eventual payoff being a dominant tag team that captures the hearts of fans and the WWE Tag Team Championships. It's not yet clear where this pairing will go, but the subtle build and Triple H involvement suggest that it's a storyline worth paying attention to. Whether the team thrives or crumbles, one thing is for sure: in WWE, alliances are never what they seem, and Triple H is always thinking several steps ahead. The creation of a new tag team, orchestrated with such subtlety and precision, is just the beginning of what could be a game-changing story in the tag team division. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.